Okay, let's dive right into something pretty interesting happening for credit union members in Maryland and D.C.
Yeah, there's this new team up. It's the MDDC Credit Union Association partnering with Metallicus.
Metallicus.
Yeah.
They're the core developers behind the Metal blockchain, right?
Exactly. And what we want to do here is really unpack what this means for you, the member.
Right. How does this collaboration actually bring blockchain tech to your credit union?
And why should you care? We're thinking improved services, maybe better security, that sort of thing.
And we're basing this all on the official press release that announced it.
So the main players, you've got the MDDC Credit Union Association. They represent credit unions in Maryland and Washington, D.C.
And then Metallicus, the builders of Metal blockchain. You can almost picture their logos together now.
It's quite the pairing, but the really interesting part is what they're planning to do.
Yeah, it's not just a handshake.
Yeah.
They're launching this collaborative innovation program.
Focused specifically, like you said, on blockchain solutions for credit unions.
And these aren't just, tech for tech's sake. They're looking at key areas.
Things that matter, like fraud prevention. That's huge.
Definitely. And digital identity, making it easier and safer to prove you are who you say you are online.
And just making things run smoother. Operational efficiency, they call it.
Which hopefully translates to better service for us members in the end.
Absolutely. So this Metal blockchain innovation program, the press release calls it a secure and compliance-forward infrastructure.
Okay, compliance forward. That sounds important for banks and credit unions.
It really is. Blockchain itself, fundamentally, it's like this super secure shared digital ledger. Think of it like a notebook everyone approved can see, but no one can erase or tamper with entries once they're made.
That inherent security is the appeal, I guess.
That's a big part of it, yeah. And this program is basically designed to help credit unions explore how they can actually use this tech strategically.
So how might this actually look for us? The announcement mentions specific examples. First up is Metal Pay for credit unions.
Right. Metal Pay. Sounds like it involves digital payments, obviously.
The description is a white-labeled crypto-as-a-service wallet solution. Let's break that down.
Okay. White-labeled just means your credit union could offer it under its own brand. Makes it feel familiar.
Gotcha. And crypto-as-a-service.
That means Metallicus provides the underlying tech, the plumbing, for handling digital currencies. The credit union doesn't have to build it all from scratch.
That makes sense. It also mentions tokenization and stablecoins.
Yeah, so tokenization. Think of turning your dollar into a digital token. Easier to use online, same value. And stablecoins are crucial. They're digital currencies designed to hold a steady value, often pegged to something like the dollar.
So this isn't about volatile crypto necessarily.
Not primarily, it seems. It's more about using the technology for potentially safer, regulated digital payments. It lets credit unions maybe meet that growing interest in digital money, but in a controlled way.
Okay, that clears things up. So it's a ready-made solution they can adopt. What's the next one? Metal identity.
Metal identity. This sounds like it tackles online security and access.
Described as a digital on-chain identity solution. On-chain just means it uses that secure blockchain ledger we talked about.
Exactly. The data is recorded securely there. But the key features are secure member authentication through verifiable credentials and, this is interesting, single sign-on, or SSO.
Ah, SSO. I know that one. One login for multiple things, right?
Precisely. Think about all the passwords you juggle. SSO lets you use one secure login across different credit union services, potentially.
That would be amazing, actually. Less hassle and probably safer than reusing passwords.
Definitely safer.
Yeah.
Reduces the number of credentials floating around, so convenience and security hand in hand.
Huge pain point solved, potentially. Okay, third area. Fraud prevention and risk mitigation, always relevant.
Extremely. Especially now, the release talks about blockchain-enabled tools using private subnets and advanced access controls.
More jargon. Private subnets.
Think of it like creating a VIP section within that secure blockchain ledger.
Right.
More restricted, tighter security.
And advanced access controls.
Even stricter rules about who gets to see what and who can do what within that system.
Yeah.
Layering these blockchain features makes it much harder for bad actors to get in or commit fraud.
So it directly protects the institution and our accounts. Good to know.
Absolutely. It's about strengthening the defenses.
It's always interesting to hear directly from the leaders involved.
Yeah.
John Bretzakis, the head of the MDDC Credit Union Association. He sounds pretty enthusiastic.
Yeah, his quote mentions bringing best-in-class innovative products to help credit unions serve members better.
He specifically calls out crypto wallets, fraud prevention, and better member protection.
And he emphasizes making it easier for members, for you, to actually explore and adopt these new technologies like blockchain. It's about accessibility.
Shows a commitment from the association side, wanting to keep their credit unions competitive, right?
Exactly. And making sure the benefits flow down to the members.
Then there's Frank Massa from Metallicus. He's their director of blockchain for institutions and fintechs.
His angle is interesting. He believes credit unions are actually really well positioned to benefit from blockchain.
Why is that?
Maybe because of their member focus, their community ties. He seems excited about working with the association to make these innovations happen.
He wants to make blockchain real and relevant for credit unions.
Yeah, real and relevant. That suggests a focus on practical applications, not just theory, moving beyond the hype and into actual use cases.
And it sounds like they're not just handing down solutions, there's a steering group.
Right, involving people from the credit unions that actually participate. That's smart.
Why? What's the benefit there?
Well, it ensures the solutions they develop actually work in the real world, address the challenges credit unions face daily.
So the people using it help shape it.
Exactly. They'll explore the applications and figure out how to make these models scalable so others can adopt them too.
And for those credit unions that get involved early,
they get some perks. Access to tech support, educational resources, which is key for getting staff up to speed, and the chance to implement these things early.
For smoother advantage, kind of, could let them offer new services or better security sooner?
Potentially, yeah. And that education piece is vital for building confidence internally with the tech.
Now, something important for members. This innovation program, it's available to all member credit unions at no extra cost.
That's what the release says. It's a membership benefit.
That's pretty significant.
Yeah.
Removes a major hurdle, especially for smaller credit unions, maybe.
Absolutely. It shows the association is serious about driving this across the board, not just for the biggest players.
So what are the next steps if you're a member of one of these credit unions in MD or DC?
There's an informational webinar coming up this month.
Okay. And what will that cover?
More detail on the program, the use cases we talked about, metal pay, metal identity, fraud stuff, and how a credit union can actually get involved.
A chance to ask questions, get the specifics.
Right. The announcement says member credit unions will get an email with registration details.
So check your inbox if you work at one of these credit unions.
And if they have questions now or just want to express interest,
there's a website, metalblockchain.org MDDCCUA.
metalblockchain.org MDDCCUA.
Got it. That's the place for credit unions to go.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. The key takeaway for you, the listener, the credit union member.
Well, your credit union association is actively working with a blockchain specialist, Metallicus, to explore this tech.
And the goal is tangible benefits for you.
Yeah.
Easier digital payments, maybe stronger identity security, better fraud protection.
Yeah, it really shows how tech, like blockchain, often linked with, big finance or crypto bros, is actually finding its way into community-focused places like your local credit union.
Which makes you think, right, how else could this tech change things?
Exactly. What other parts of your banking experience, your credit union services, could become smoother or more secure down the line?
Yeah.
Because of innovations like this. It's definitely something to watch.